The Sailing Champions League is a rock up and race, short course fleet racing format that will determine the best sailing club in Australia. The concept has been really successful in Europe, and it's been brought here to Australia to kick off the Asia Pacific region for the Sailing Champions League. These RS21 boats give the fans plenty to cheer about as they tack and jibe literally feet away from the Honeysuckle Hotel. It's unpredictable, it's all to play for, and it's putting sailing front and centre here in the City of Newcastle.
The venue is just perfect for our format of sailing, stadium sailing, on the river. There's hospitality venues, hotels, pubs, crowds, so it couldn't be any better.
Really good opportunities for our young sailors, really good exposure for them to see that high standard of racing and exposure to the wider community.
I've done a lot of match racing over the last couple of years, but I miss my fleet racing as well, and this is a really nice compromise between the two. It's exciting, it's fast, and the boats are all really close together.
So now let's go down to the action from the Honeysuckle Hotel here in the City of Newcastle with our commentary duo of Jodie Shields and Lisa Ratcliffe.
So just before we go into this start, we're just going to pop the start list up again, and it should come up on your screen here at any stage. And remember, boat number 1 is the yellow boat. That is the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania. And boat number 2 is the blue boat. So at the very top of the sails and the bows, you see the colours. It's the blue boat, Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron. That's one of our under 22 groups. Boat number 3 is the red boat from Brighton Seacliff Yacht Club with a few Higginses on board. And our lucky
Brighton,
last...
I always think that's Victoria, but it's actually South Australia.
Yeah, it's at Adelaide,
yeah.
That town that everyone forgets about in the middle of Australia there somewhere. Got to be careful because the boys from down under sail are from there. And the lucky last competitor is the locals, the Cruising Yacht Club of Newcastle. So you'll see that they don't actually have a sticker on top of their sail as such. Their sail's just one colour all the way to the top, but it is grey, so that's what they're running with. So
boat 3 has got a knotted kite. I'm just hearing. We're just wondering what the delay is. There was a mention of dropping the AP, but
a knotted kite.
A knotted kite.
That's Higgins.
Maybe it must be a knotted kite sheet.
Maybe his hair got in the road.
Maybe.
Hey? Maybe if he wins it, maybe we shave his head.
Oh,
do you reckon he'll do that?
I love the curls. Leave the curls where they are.
I can see why. You got a. What is that move? Fraggle Rock. Remember that show?
I pinned it down.
You got that Fraggle Rock thing happening. If I take this off, mate, you'll get sunburnt because I've got nothing on the top of this. No, I'm not as bald as that Nathan Outridge, that's for sure. I'm still slowly getting there.
Link.
The weak link of the family. I know, eh? Not a bad weak link. So that red boat, better be careful. That's the team from Brighton Seacliff. They don't want to get caught up there. They could end up in a massive big lull spot. And it's only a 3-2-1 start sequence. So
It
AP
is.
down. And there it goes, right on cue. AP is down. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to see some actual yachting. Lisa,
I know.
it's finally arrived.
Let's get excited. I can't believe it. We've been blathering on for feels like hours.
I should have brought my 101 dad jokes.
No. You'd be sitting here on your own if that was the case.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Righto.
Fantastic. All right, so our top 4 teams. We've got Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania on the yellow boat. We've got Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron on the blue boat. We've got Brighton Seacliff Yacht Club on the red boat. And we've got the locals Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club on the grey boat. Coming into the 3-minute.
Tell you what, the yellow boat there of the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania, they're really low in the box. They're staying away from everybody. And the red fleet. There we go. 3 minutes to go. The red crew of Brighton Seacliff, they've had to carry a kite
to get back
down. So you know, I'll be super nervous being anywhere away from this. It's so gusty and it just shuts down in 2 seconds, or it blows a gale. So
Good pressure though. It's steadied. It's steadied here, just off the honeysuckle.
There's about 60-degree wind shifts.
Yeah.
and
But not those nasty bullets.
and 20 knots of bullets here and there. So here we go. Here we go. Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron way above the top end of the line here. You got the Tasmanians still hanging out really, really low. The Brighton team have gone to join up with Newcastle. So they've decided they'll have a little bit of a play together. But the Tassie guys, our current leaders, got the yellow top. They've got 1 bonus point. So all they have to do is win this race and they've won the whole title.
They do.
And they're pretty smart by staying away from everyone there. Super smart.
Be interesting to see whether the other teams try
You'd
to
attack 'em, wouldn't you?
single them out.
You'd
Yeah.
be trying to push something in or just get them to do some spins. Otherwise it's game over. And you've got the Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron now starting to chase. You've got Newcastle Yacht Club starting to chase them. Everyone's decided to come in on the party. Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club, the first one to turn up. The Brighton team trying to get a hook up underneath the Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club. Remember, they've got to come through here. The 2 yellow boys is the start-finish lines. So they're setting themselves up here. They're pretty low. Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania are pretty low. This breeze is so shifty, they might be could get caught out here. There he goes. He tacks back in.
3, 2, 1, now.
1 minute to
1
go.
minute to go.
1 minute to race start.
I'm glad he put that back in the bank, because otherwise he could have slid down. Remember, the tide's starting to change too, so you need to take that into consideration. Got the blue boat of Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron trying to get the pin. He wants to pin Newcastle and Seacliff at the very top end. Brighton Seacliff, very top end of the course. Brighton Seacliff trying to get super low. Now he's going to try and shut Newcastle out. 2 little different races going on here.
Look at the little battle between the Tasmanians and the
Royal Sydney Yacht
youth
Squadron.
team. Yeah, Royal Sydney. Yeah.
20.
The Tassies, they're getting picked on.
Nice clear air there for Brighton Seacliff.
Oh, the Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron might be in a world of hurt here. Are they going to go a Port Ender? Nah, they're going to tack up underneath Newcastle. Oh, Tassie's got to be close to being over.
2, 1, go.
He had to be super close there, and he's over. He's over the line straight away. The pressure of carrying that first point, he's had to go back. So,
Wow.
game on.
Now we've got a race.
Now he's got a duck also, the Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron boat there. So he wanted the pin, he just got in too early. Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club with an absolute gale. Big round up there by Robbo. He needs to get sorted out on that main. And we've got the red boat here of Brighton Seacliff with Higgins and a few others on board.
And Sons.
They look pretty
They
good there. What do you reckon about that
They
start,
look really
Lisa?
Good. Yep, absolutely. I know.
just to throw another spanner in the
dear.
works.
Yes.
We've got a lunch cruise coming through the start, through the course. So if you thought there wasn't enough obstacles with sticks and yachts and marinas to contend with, you got a
Wow. Look at the Brighton team.
good start by them.
Brilliant.
So at this stage, we've got Brighton in the lead. We've got Newcastle Yacht Club possibly in second. The Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron in the blue, closest to camera here, right against the marina. They're looking in good shape too. And now you've got our current leaders, or our number 1 ranked team of Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania, coming into last place, trying to get back over to this left-hand side.
Means nothing though, as we've seen.
Not yet,
this is a really particular course here. There's lots of opportunities. So we will.
Look at that, you've got 2 boats heading
Yeah.
in the same direction, about 30 degrees apart.
Yeah.
Our red competitors of Brighton Seacliff just tacking to the top gate. He's coming into a big gust too. Has he undershot it? He looks pretty tight from here. It looks like he's going to shoot to that left-hand top gate. And if he's made that, he's going to have a nice, handy lead. He's had to luff and tack.
Yeah.
Which side would you go here, Lisa?
I'd be going. Honeysuckle side.
I think the honeysuckle side's the go.
Yeah.
The big bullets are coming down here. And there you have it. The our leader of race number 1 in the finals, Brighton and Seacliff Yacht Club, with a couple of Higgins on board and Joel McKenzie and Brooke Jones leading the race, kite up and full.
Here we go.
Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club's gone to the other gate. All other 3 boats have come to this left-hand side, so Robbo's hanging it out there, trying something different, but nice gust there by
Here we go.
the Brighton and Seacliff
We'll wind
crew.
them up now.
So they definitely look like they're making a better VMG into this bottom mark, don't
Definitely, yes.
they? Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club went for it perhaps, and I don't think at this stage it's going to pay off out there. Although they just get one big gust. This whole crew, this whole group of guys over here, the boats, guys and girls, have to do a job now. Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club on that gust, we thought,
Oh, yes.
and bring themselves back into the picture. So has he weaved his magic? The local,
Alex heading over to meet up.
has he pulled one out? He's certainly got one spot there by the yellow boat, which is
Oh, the Tassies.
the Tassies.
Look at that.
They're fighting their way back in. They are coming across on port. So I have to flag right over the top of just at the last minute there. Big flag of the kite. Had to look out for the Newcastle boaters. Put themselves in the second spot. And they, at this stage, I don't think they've got a jibe leaser. I think they could possibly make that bottom right gate. Just as I said that, they get a big luff in their kite. Nah, he's going to have to jibe. He's setting up now for one. And the red boat led at the top and leading at the bottom. Pretty conservative little run there by Brighton.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
Have a go at this fight for second.
Alex Higgins just looking back.
He's got some going on with that kite too. He went early and they've got some struggles. The blue boat there, Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron, a lot cleaner around the mark. He's had to bail out, but he couldn't go with him on the left-hand side. He's had to take the right. That's the beauty of having a gate. Robbo trying to sneak that Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club boat on the inside. Will he be able to live there?
Look at the lead now on the Brighton Seacliff.
They're killing it, eh? Just
Yeah.
nice and clean.
Brilliant.
Nice and clean racing.
I think second's going to be an interesting one.
Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron went to the right-hand gate. Only went for about 50 metres and tacked, and they're about to get a nice big lift here, I think. A little special one coming in off the pub here, where we're all sitting, and all the other sailors who didn't make this final are sitting here watching it all unfold.
We've got a full veranda here. And
Stadium racing.
Not just sailors, we've also got the lunchtime crowd and even the staff at the Honeysuckle Hotel.
They're all looking out. They're all saying, "What's this all about? Looks pretty cool."
They've come on board in the last couple of days and met the teams, and now they're following the action of the finals.
Real close port starboard here between Royal Yacht Club of Tassie and Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron.
Yeah.
Just had to try and lead bow, and it has. Good job.
Look at the Tasmanians got themselves
they
back
got
into second.
They got some wheels, that thing,
Seriously.
hasn't it? The Tassie's got pushed to the right. Now the leaders, the Brighton and Seacliff.
Alex is covering Tassie.
Yeah, it's smart.
Yep.
He knows if he beats him,
Yep.
if he stays in front of him, they're still alive.
Exactly.
If that yellow boat gets through and wins the race, it is game over because they're carrying 1 point into the final, courtesy of being the overall winner in all the round robins. But they are fast. They've got another port starboard coming back here. Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron and Tassie cannot pull themselves apart. Another lee bow there by the squadron. Forced the Tassie boys and girls back over to that right-hand side. Meanwhile, Newcastle have come way to the left on their Pat Malone, and they look like they've got a nice left-hander. They've got heaps of main east. And will this get them right back into the race? I think it has. I think it definitely has. Brighton and Seacliff just coming up through the gate now. He's on a bit of a squeeze. He's inside his headsail.
Why don't we grab Mark Turnbull?
Just coming around that
Jump in,
top
Mark.
left-hand mark. Mark, what about this?
I think I've come in at the right time. This
think
is
you've-
absolutely brilliant.
All your fan and phone calls, mate. We try to get you for the last hour and a half and just keep going to the phone.
I've been avoiding you guys.
Mum's ringing. Sorry.
So the racing, we've seen the Tassies come in with a point lead and they got squeezed out at the start.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Like this Final Four concept just throws up some really interesting tactical things. So whether it was pressure or whether the other boats took them on, don't know.
Me and Lisa were talking about that. if your other three boats, you would get together, wouldn't you? Say, let's bash them up.
You have to.
Otherwise, it's game over. If they win,
you have to
know?
get to the next race. So you're not going to win unless there's more than one race.
and they're currently last. Tassie's are currently last. They got themselves back into second. They had a bit of a bad run. The Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club were way back. They're back in there again.
Yep. So this will, and so then now there'll be two boats with effectively on checkmate. So it gets really interesting from this point.
And who claimed the Royal Yacht Club at Tassie? No one. We had a bit of a bit of a
Okay.
Nostradamus thing before.
I'll go for Tassie then.
Right.
In fact, I was born in Tassie, so
Were ya?
yep, first 10
I
years of my
didn't
life, Tasmania. So shout out to Port Dalrymple Yacht Club, my first club.
There you go. So you'll be definitely
Look at this.
Maybe
Body boat here.
that means I shouldn't be going for a Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania though. I'm
put
not
the
sure.
mock on them, you reckon? So you got Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron who have been in amongst the action on that
Gone quite light.
uphill with Tassie. Remember they kept popping them off, made them tack out about 3 or 4 times. They're in a nice puff right in the middle here, so if they can jibe in on that and get back down into this gate.
They're looking good, aren't they? I'd like to be where Red is, just because it's always good to be in front. But Blue's got some wind.
But look who's coming back. The Tasmanians, the Tassies.
Yep.
They've gone over to that northern end of the course. Oh, now they've just fallen out of that pressure. So they looked all right then for a second.
Yep.
Wow.
So Blue's done well.
That's the beauty of this racetrack. That's not a one-wayer. It's not constant. There's so many mines to
This is
fall
our
in.
first lead change here. Brighton Seacliff have led the whole way.
And this is coming into the
Squad is
finish.
coming in. Yep.
Coming into the finish, and it's the blue at Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron.
And they
Done
still
a
haven't got their kite
cracking
right.
job. Can they squeeze down into that gate there? Ah, they've done it easy. They're doing it
Alex
in a
is
picnic.
having some dramas on with their kite.
So Squadron wins.
Wow.
Coming into the Brighton into second. Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club. Oh, he's filthy.
Oh, he did throw that away.
He's filthy. Look at him. Higgins and co. They are not happy on board at all.
They're going to come out. Them and the Tasmanians will come out angry in the next race. I reckon.
Yeah.
Has he got a? Are you checking out what he's doing to your boat there, mate? Has he got a damage bond on this thing? I think your deck's going to be delaminated.
This is brilliant from an event organiser's promoter's point of view. It is painful from a boat owner's point of view. So I'm really conflicted. It's great, but it hurts.
And it's awesome that you guys have put this on, Mark. I mean, it's the times that we've had. The last 12 months has been horrible for any sport. Never alone sailing. Sailing's normally an international thing. We cruise around the world and do what we do because we love it. We're just so blessed to be able to sit in front of the Honeysuckle Hotel here in Newcastle, part of Sailfest.
Yeah, this is I guess what we've been waiting for. Like, it's been a long, tough year for a lot of people, and but to have a weekend like this shows that it was worth waiting. So now, hopefully, bigger and better things.
And this environment, so much could have gone wrong.
Oh.
Just to get the event here, just to get the people here. We've had floods, we've had all sorts of things to try and stop competitors. We've got sticks and stuff in our harbour because we've got flood water coming down. Then you've got to contend with weather.
Yep, we've still got potentially 3 more races, so touch wood, things can still, hopefully won't go wrong. But it's the whole weekend has been fantastic. We've had light winds, heavy winds. To get this today, I would have hoped for a little bit less. That's the boat owner and me speaking, but it's awesome. So we've got the best 4 teams have made it through to the final, and I think they're all justified in being there.
But isn't it great? You've seen the crew from Mooloolaba win a race today, and Jordan Spencer, and he's been saying they're a development group, and they're just here to learn. Within 3 days, they're winning races against some of the best sailors in the country.
Yeah, and the progress we've seen of the teams from day one to how they're sailing the boats now, that's massively different. So all the races are so much tighter, and they're just sailing the boats better.
The defence force, compared to day one and to this morning,
yep,
absolutely leaps and bounds.
So now these teams will have a real leg up for next season because they've had what have we done? Over 50 races.
Well,
it's just insane.
We've got a little bit of a postponement there. So just we've had, and we've done some stats before on the amount of tacks and jibes that these guys have done, and there's been plenty. So I'm thinking, speaking of next season, mate, your email is going to be going berserk because people will watch this and say they want to get involved. How do they get involved? What do they have to do?
So we're going to very quickly set the dates for next year, and starting with the final and work backwards. So I love it here. The Sailfest has been fantastic, Newcastle. So fingers crossed we get to come back and do it this time again next year. always works in school holidays too, because most of these guys are at uni, guys and girls are at uni. So we will make announcements shortly. I'd like to at least do 2 qualifiers again. I think the northern qualifier, the southern qualifier, but we have to work out a way to make sure that WA and South Australia can actually attend. But the big change for next year is this is the Asia Pacific final. So we've got no Kiwis. We've had interest from New Caledonia, Fiji to come, but they all can't. So next year we want to have teams from China, Singapore, India, Pakistan, and then also all the Pacific. And I think the Kiwis will probably want to take us on and prove that they know how to sail too. So next year, bigger and better.
So basically just keep the eye on the website, on the Sailing Championship website. You're going to announce some stuff via them and obviously your Facebook pages and whatnot.
Absolutely.
And get in early because spots might fill pretty quick.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. But if they do fill, we're really keen to work with clubs to create more events at that local club level. So
One at Wanji would be good.
It'd be fantastic.
Hey, on the lake.
It'd be great. And there's a couple of good sailors there.
Couple of decent dudes come out of the Lake Macquarie region, mate.
Yep, and this is all about the dinghy clubs being able to compete on a level playing field with the royal clubs, the big clubs. Everyone turns up here at equal footing.
Absolutely, and the format has gone from you can.
Oh, look at this gnarly one.
That's a good gust, that one. See dollars ragging out of that main just there. So, you said you've got it in brand new set of kit. You hopefully don't have to pull it out.
No. Hopefully we've pulled enough sails out and spares.
How old are these boats?
2 years old.
Yep.
However, they've literally only done, what would it be? Two events in 2 years. So they've been stored up firstly at Woolwich Dock. They helped us out last year when COVID struck. And then in a warehouse for most of last year. So really, they are brand new, even though they're 2 years old.
We haven't heard many sailors come off and say, they're a handful or whatever. They're all frothing about the RS21.
They're a good little boat. They've been really well thought out, and it's they are a cross between the dinghy, the 29er sailing, and keel boats. So it needs to be that introduction to keel boats. But to be honest, they probably sail more like skiffs and dinghies.
Well, we've seen one with the spreader in the water.
Yes.
So that's a good thing, I reckon. If you can pop them over, and they self-right, as soon as you pop that main off, the thing came back up, so there's no dramas there.
Yeah, so
but it's another added element.
Yeah, checking if there's any weed on the keel, I think they're doing.
You can probably try and reverse back, but that's one way of doing it, I guess. That's one way of doing it. Righto, so we've made our call. Lisa went Royal Yacht Club at Tassie and Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club, so you had dun-dun.
I did.
I went Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club and Brighton Seacliff, so no good.
Half a point.
We're going to go again. Who's on who?
Mark,
you're you're on us first.
Let me stick with. I want this to extend out. So who won that last race?
Brighton Seacliff.
I'm going to go for Newcastle, the home team.
Oh, Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club for Mark. Lisa, let's just go for the winners.
Okay, all right. I am going with Brighton Seacliff.
Brighton Seacliff.
On a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Jody, I'm going to go for...
It's a big decision.
It is, mate, because I can't go for Tassie because that means we're over. I'm going to go Newcastle.
Okay.
I'm sticking local, mate.
Yep.
Proud Novocastrian. It's like backing against New South Wales in the state of origin. I just can't do it.
So, Mark, the final this year, have you got details?
Oh, yes. So this is a part of the pathway to the Sailing Champions League World Final. So this series, this league concept is huge in Europe. There's 23 nations who have a national sailing league. So we're just starting out, but the rest of the world's been doing this for a long time. Mm-hmm. And the World Finals in Porto in Italy. So for both the male
shabby?
I might have to try, even though I probably won't be sailing in it, obviously.
I think a recce is definitely on the cards.
I think there must be some things over there I need to learn to bring to this event next year.
Definitely.
So that's in October.
Okay. And the youth?
The same, so it's effectively the week before.
Okay.
And then I believe the women's might be in September. It hasn't been announced yet.
Okay. All
So
right.
so from this event, effectively the top open, the top youth and the top female team all qualify directly into those finals.
Okay. Fantastic.
Have you ever thought about putting an overweight half balding division in?
Are you looking at me or?
No, me, mate. 'Cause I know I won't be able to stack it up with these guys, but I reckon...
I know Jordan Reese wants a Masters division.
I think there's definitely room for a Masters. Like
Masters, actually, you're on. That's cool.
Yeah.
a bit less intensity. Let's.
It's a bit more
mate,
saleable
what
too
they're
than
like.
overweight and balding.
They're always once as good as they never was.
Exactly.
You know, so...
We can all relive the glory days of how good we were
Mate,
and
that's the
prove it
go.
on the water again.
Masters is the go. They do it in lasers, and we're not doing it in this.
Yep. And the reality is, like, this is for the 18 to 35 year olds and to keep them in clubs. But the reality is, part of me sort of goes, I'm doing this because I would like to be doing it. And I know all my mates would love to be doing this. So I really do think, like, yes, an 18-year-old could win this, but a 45-year-old can easily show these young guys how to do it.
Might just have somewhere on the boat to put a defib if it was on my boat, that's all. But apart from that, I reckon I could give it a decent bit of a crack. Good news is we're in sequence. We got the 3-minute flag up by the looks of it, so we're just about to rock and roll for the race number 2 here on the finals of the... this guy looks like he hasn't had a good weekend out, but that's a bit unfortunate. Yacht just cruising through with no mast.
Yep, it's never a good sight.
There we go. Getting close now. What we've have is just stacking it up. We've got Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club way over to the left there in the grey. They are sticking on their own. And we've got 2 winners here now that can potentially win it the overall, because they're both sitting on 1 point. So we've got Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron with a point, and we've got the Tasmanians on a point. So we need to be mindful of that. If one of those 2 boats win, it is game over.
Yeah, so what do the other teams do?
Beat them.
Yeah, they have to.
They have to.
But they've got 2 teams to beat, so it's a
race within a race, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you try and shut them out, but then by shutting it out, could open the door for someone, one of the other teams, because you can't focus on both.
No, you don't want to be the
so-
only boat at the end of this without a win.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. That would be bad.
So there's, I think you just have to sail for the win yourself.
Yeah, and then we've seen.
1 now.
There we go. We got 1 minute to go. Is that right? 1 minute to go. So everyone's stacking up. We've got Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club to the left. We have Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron, with the blue top just below them. We've got the red top of Brighton Seacliff, third on your rack, and the Tasmanians, who came in with the lead, had a shocking start there on their first race. They were over the line and had to go back, and that put them on the back foot there on the right hand side there, Lisa. And how are they stacking up now?
He loves that pin end too, doesn't he, Sam?
Yeah, he does. He's not as greedy this time, but he's well to the left. So he learned his lesson. He's a quick lesson. 20 seconds to go. Bows down now, all starting to shoot towards the gate. Sam's just controlling the other boats up there, just keeping them up a little bit.
I do like where the Tassie guys, if they can hold everyone else out, they've done really well here.
Oh, great start there by Tassie. The red of Brighton Seacliff got squeezed into that top. They have to bail out and attack straight away, and they've got plenty on that tack. Robbo and his crew at Newcastle just tacked over with them, so both those boats went through that start line. Red flag for, looks like Brighton. Oh, Higgins and co.
Oh, Alex.
And
That's
in a big gust too. It's going to be hard for them to do this turn.
You got to turn around, mate. You don't have to go back. You can't get it away.
I thought he was angry before. Now.
I was about to say that deck is just about to cop an absolute pasting. He's got some work to do, the big fro. You can see it there.
Look at the local boys.
Yep.
Okay, so Tassie and Newcastle.
Yep.
Race is on. Tassie could win it here.
Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club are shooting over to the northern side of the course, but they've got a massive left-hander, so their options are pretty limited at the moment. All they can do is just keep going. They're not that far from the gate. They're literally 5-10 degrees from that top gate. And the Tassie guys and girls, the crew, have got to stop saying that, the crew from Tasmania.
We know guys mean guys.
Sailors, the sailors, look at that. They're literally shooting that gate.
Yep.
It's a massive left-hand shift. And at this stage, the Tasmanians can go straight through that gate on basically one tack off the start. So that's not a good sign for the Nova Castrians down there. They're lifting up as they're coming in. They'll be just wanting a big header. Huge big header to push them back, but at this stage I can't see it coming. It's all about Tassie just going straight in. Who would have thought?
They've done everything right, like dominated the start and literally went where they wanted to go.
Yep, and there they go, straight through the gate.
One tack.
One tack in. They're going to bear away, right-hand gate, probably jibe straight away and get that kite up. There's the jibe, and here comes the run down to the bottom again. And it's a great set too. Get that kite sheet on, bang. Could that be it? Could that be where it wins?
Yep.
They might struggle to even make this gate. Like
it's going to be a hell ride. It's going to be a good ride for down this bottom end. Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club went to the left gate, and the crew from Royal Sydney Yacht Squad went to the right, and it's pretty much even honours there. But look at the Tasmanians. They have got bucket loads on and sending it deep straight down the course. It was one tack to the top and looks like one shot to the bottom. Just what we want.
Exactly, and a bit of a good promotion for Newcastle too. So the boat ended up with Newcastle.
Got Newcastle all over the side there, yep. Absolutely. So they are on an absolute blinder. Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club on a big gust as well. Sorry, not Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club. It's the one in blue, Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron. Oh, they're going conservative. Look at this. They're getting rid of it early. I wish they pushed it a bit harder. Hey? But that's a smart call. Have a go at the squadron. They are in a bit of a blow now. Newcastle's got the blow coming back, and there's a bit of talk about these guys being hot favourites from the or certainly up there. The Brighton guys, they're a little bit disappointing in this race, pushing it too hard. That's pressure of finals.
Yeah, and it is winner takes all in this. So
potentially, this could be it. If we need Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club to win, or Brighton. Otherwise, if the Tasmanians win, this is it, all over for the finals. So you don't wish, look out, attacking the cover of the fleet. You really don't wish the any damage or any breakages, but it'd be nice maybe if they fall in a hole and the rest of the fleet catches up. Is that too nasty to say?
A little.
Yeah, I think we can all think it.
Think it, don't say it, you reckon?
Jodie will say it.
I don't have many friends down in Tasmania, although it's a beautiful spot.
Nice tack, nice bit of wind too.
They've come over here to the towards the Honeysuckle Hotel side of the course, and there's that one tack and straight to the top gate. So he'd be loving it. If he can hold that into this top, all the options are gone. Doesn't matter what these boats behind.
Squadron's chasing hard, but
what can you do?
What can you do?
What can you do, Lisa? You can't.
No.
You know, when your bow's pointing to the top gate, it's you'd love to be in that yellow boat right now.
You would.
Pressure's on the forward but got to get that kite out.
Yeah, a couple pretty important manoeuvres coming up. So looks like the pressure's okay too. There's no big holes, but in fact, there's no holes today.
No
it's
holes
just
at all,
gusts.
mate. Just 30 knot bullets. The lulls tap out at about 15. They got their main out. They're doing it pretty easy, cruising up there towards the top gate. The Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania crew of Sam King, Chloe Fisher, Alice Buchanan and Charlie Zeman, they are one and a bit legs away for potentially, and it is potentially winning the overall Sailing Championships League for the Asia Pacific area. One tacking in. Oh, they've had a double tack, Lisa. They like that right-hand side.
Yep.
And through the jibe they go. They've got to just be careful that blue boat doesn't come over, tack over and give him a bit of courage, and that's what he's done. As he made it mindful that he's gone in front of him. He's all clear. He's all clear. He's just got to get around the top of Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club, and just as he's done it, have a look at the gust he's in, Lisa.
Oh, look at this.
It's a full send.
What a way to finish.
So
the crowd's loving this at Honeysuckle.
It's an Instagram fest up there. There's cameras pointing everywhere. So hopefully everyone watching at home is enjoying this awesome action brought to you by the crew from the Down Under Sail here at Lakefest.
How good's this, Mark?
This is exactly what we want. Like, to have this sort of breeze. Look at them go. It's Esprit, so this makes it all worthwhile.
Full send. All four of them in the back, going through the jibe for the last time, popping that kite through. And that is
Beautiful
why,
teamwork. Yeah.
that's why they were ranked number 1 right there.
Absolutely.
That just goes to show them they're a little bit hot on this gate, so it looks like they're going to have to do possibly one more jibe. They've got an easy 50 metre, maybe 100 metre lead. Coming in towards the finish, he's just getting himself set up now. Calls the crew through, here they go for the final time. Kite goes across and pops. Don't put that mast in the water. And the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania will be your 2021 champions. There you go. Well done to them. What about that?
Well done. What a race. Brilliant. Well deserved.
And they are stoked. They have a little cuddles all around. The kite's up. They don't care about sails. Just running into the shore.
Nice group
Got
hug.
one job left, boys and girls. Pull the kite down.
Bring it home safely.
Pull the kite down.
If they're in Sydney, they'd be jumping in the water. Let's hope they don't do that.
No, there's too much in the water this week. So.
Yeah.
And you got Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron, who had a win in that first race of the finals. They've had a good result here to come in second. Just goose winging, just showing the diversity of these boats.
Top youth team. So
There you go.
absolutely.
Top youth team, well picked there. And then it looks like the Newcastle Cruise and Yacht Club will be in third at this stage, bar some sort of tragedy. And the Brighton and Seacliff group, who threw the first race away, and he was absolutely devout on that. And then had a shocker at the start there, coming in last. And Lisa,
We did.
how's that?
Make sure that when you talk to them, you put your radio up to the microphone.
Okay, sure.
Crank the volume.
Just waiting for these last lot of competitors. You can see the disappointment in the Brighton crew, just going through the motions. His head's down, he's not happy.
No.
They give it a good fist here all the last 3 days, and just very disappointing to end the finals in that way. Newcastle Cruise and Yacht Club
Okay.
going over the finish line now for third in the final race.
We've just asked the winning boat to come over and do a little sail past the commentary team, and we'll have a chat with Sam.
That's super cool.
Sam, media, can you hear us?
Media, can you repeat that, please?
We're after the winning Champions League club of Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania. Is that you guys?
Yes, it is.
Wonderful. How does it feel?
Oh, this is unreal. We're so stoked. The team is amazing. And we're just proud to be representing such a great club.
Fantastic. And it would have been nice to turn around and see you had some space between you and the chasing squatty boat.
Just on our way over now, just saying our thank yous.
Tell them to do a flyby.
Come and do a flyby over here.
On our way.
You can
Sam, what would you like to say about your crew?
I mean, this is a very stacked crew, and it's just incredible to sail with such a talented group of sailors.
What do you think about the first race there? You sort of got bashed up a little bit. The fleet had to stop you from winning that first race. It was all over. So with the squatty coming through and winning the first one, there's still pressure on. But he's had a cracking start, and then that big gust to the left. And there was a one shot to the top gate. It was pretty much just a procession after that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that first race through a little bit, put under the pump, made a bad call at the top mark, and there was a chaos ball at the bottom there with the three other boats. just pretty stoked to come away with a good result in the last one.
Well done, Diaz, well done. And you got just on screen, right in front of us here, we got, hopefully on screen, we got the Newcastle Cruise and Yacht Club team of Jeffrey Robertson, Mick Babbage, Hayley Outridge and Claire Cosatanzo coming in just to say thank you to all their competitors. It's a great show of sportsmanship right there, and just goes to show, means a lot to these guys to represent their hometown, so well done to them.
And here are our winners.
But look at this group.
Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania.
And that is Sam King, Chloe Fisher, Alice Buchanan and Charlie Zeman. We had Charlie on the desk before, and have a go. Well done, guys.
Well done, guys. Brilliant.
They're pretty stoked.
What a great result.
And remember, he said they only are just topped out by one for being in the youth, so it's a pretty young group, and they could stay together, and that could be, man, that team could be anything if they
Absolutely.
4 or 5 years under their belt.
Well, they took out the Southern qualifier and now they've come here and taken out the major trophy. So fantastic result.
And we've got our umpires. Once again, thank you to our umpires and all our people that have helped out, the mark laying officials, the RCOs, the people on the results, the guys from down under sale, and obviously you, Lisa, been here all 3 days.
Thanks, Jodie. It was good to work with you. We
Doing
actually
your lives.
we haven't worked together yet.
You'll probably refuse to work with me ever again after my stupid funny facts. But
I got my counselling session booked in. So
normally what happens. Normally what happens. So there you go. That's it. The final is all done.
We got our top youth team from the Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron. Jed Crookshank on the helm. He's a happy fellow.
Aidan Mansley, Brooke Wilson and Emily Kegg. They won the first race in the final, so they definitely didn't make it easy for the Tassies.
No, they didn't.
And once again, if that little group can stay together, and I think you'll find that's probably what they'll do because they've got the taste. And why wouldn't you? I mean, it's pretty cool.
It is very cool.
It's certainly super cool. So now they're just taking the boats home. They'll pack them up. They'll get them back over here. There'll be a bit of a prize giving.
Yes.
Maybe a lemonade or two drunk. And,
we're back down at the Newcastle Cruising Yacht Club, host club for this event. And we haven't spent a lot of time there, but we know that we've got their support out here in terms of race management, and that's where the trophies will be presented this afternoon.
Yeah, beautiful. That is awesome. So, right, format. What do you think? Give us a rundown. What's your week been like?
Wow, it's all over quick. But the amount of what you achieve in that short time frame is incredible, and it's just that high adrenaline, fast rotation, rock up and race. There's not much time to even think, And sailing in a venue like this, where you've got so many variables, you've got boats coming and going, we've got logs, we've got grain storms happening over here, we've got tidal influence, and obviously we've had some pretty different conditions over 3 days, and the variables what makes it so interesting.
You're back on the job of the editor of the Afloat magazine right now, and you've got to write a headline. What is it?
Oh boy!
Putting you right on the spot there.
Putting me on the spot. Wow!
What would you say? Really cool, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Jump
you can.
in. All right, that'll give me time to think.
You bought us some time. This man here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the guys from down under Selby, Harry Fisher. Harry, mate, put on another cracking event. So what did you think of that?
Jodie, Lisa, no, well done to you guys. I'll tell you what, that was some cracking sailing. We're pretty stressed there. You might have heard me in the background screaming into the radio earpiece here, but no, it was full on. Some great racing. That's what Sailing Champions League is all about. The team that wins the last race of the day, or the last race of the regatta, wins the whole lot, and that's what it's all about. The fans can follow it. Certainly keeps us on the edge of our seats, and bring it on. Next year's just going to be awesome.
A quick plug to you and your guys, mate. You literally turn up in a van. You got this setup where it's not a big truck, it's not whatever, it's a van. You guys are so mobile, so you can do pretty much any regatta. You can turn up and you can put this sort of production on, eh?
Yeah, I mean, other than the 18-hour non-stop drive from Adelaide to Newcastle, the hardest thing was probably just getting council approval to put the van in the spot here. But no, honestly, council was actually really, really helpful, and that's what I'm saying. It was super easy. It's super portable. Jordo's a weapon on the switcher, and Tilly McKnight, who's here doing the camera as well,
Tilly up there,
just to be able to pull together a team. Mark Turnbull for putting on such a great event. I mean, this whole concept, and I think from a media point of view, to be able to cover this stuff in this sort of way, in this sort of format, and in this sort of arena style thing, it's just unreal. I mean, how do you guys find it?
Oh, fantastic. And not just the sailing, but the fact that people walking past are asking, what's going on? Tell us about it. So, sailing, you head offshore and you kind of, you're in your own bubble. And here we're part of a much bigger event. It's been a huge weekend in Newcastle. We've got surfing, we've had run marathons this morning. So, it's been great to be a part of that atmosphere.
I said at the start, mate, it's my two biggest passions are brought together. You've got sailing and a pub. So, mate, I think every event
you reckon we're onto something?
I think every event should be done right in front of a pub. I can't see any other formula that works.
Well, I'll let you guys. You're right, mate. It's great. It's great, and we might have to go in for a frosty one after this. Once we get packed up, Jodie, you got to help us pack up, all right, mate?
I can unplug. Is that all I got to do? Unplug this.
I'll let you guys wrap up anyway.
All right, mate. Congratulations to the Down Under Sail guys for putting this on, mate. Well done.
Thanks, Harry.
All right, so that's it for us. It's been a very long couple of hours, Lisa, and it's unfortunate
Yep.
that we haven't been able to bring a ton of racing, but the racing we have hopefully has been pretty good on the camera. I'd like to thank you for putting up with me for the last few hours, and
Thank you.
and for your insights, been fantastic.
Excellent.
And if hopefully we're on again at some stage, and can't wait for the next leg of the Australian Sailing Championships. It's
Absolutely.
it's league. Oh yeah, don't forget the sponsors. We'll thank all them. I mean,
We'll
there's
do that.
heaps of people to thank.
Yeah, and then next time, let's hope that we can get our friends from across the ditch, and some of
them
the
a tower.
Pacific and Asian teams to make it a truly sort of South Pacific team. We're only Australian this year because of COVID, but that'll all open up, and for the region, it's brilliant for the region. It brings together men and women in equal crew. It brings together ages. We've got a young fellow here, he's about 14, and right up to kind of guys in their 40s or 50s. Not old at all. So yeah, there's a place for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And I said it to Mark before, I can only see this growing. So once again, thank you to everybody for being out there to stick with us. It's been a long day, and we've hopefully brought you some awesome racing. Until next time, I'm Jody, this is Lisa, we're the crew from Down Under Sail, and this has been great. See you soon.